What's going on, NEM crew? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to take you through the steps of sealing your windshield. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so if you're not really familiar with window sealant or sealing your windshield, I do it about twice a year, so every 6 months. And this not only just helps water bead right off the windshield, it helps keeping the glass really clean. Today we're going to take a lot of time, and the majority of the time actually is going to be spent just cleaning the windshield, making sure the windshield is clean, there's no contaminants on it, it is nice and clear for you to see out of. And then once we do that, we can seal the glass. Now, there's a few things that we're going to be using today. Those things range from glass polish to glass sealant to microfiber rags to glass polishing pads, couple different types of glass cleaners, a razor blade, and we're also going to be installing wiper inserts on the Accord because they are destroyed. They are well overdue. There are a couple tools that we're going to be using, and the big one is the polisher. So the polishing step that I'm going to be showing you isn't really 100% necessary, but having a decent polisher will also help get the glass crystal clear. So we're going to start the process by making sure the windshield is completely clean. We want a good starting point here. We're going to go through, quickly clean the outside of the windshield, then we're going to thoroughly go through, make sure we clean the inside of the windshield with a nice glass rag or glass microfiber. There are specific microfibers for glass. It just helps to produce less streaking. So that's going to be really good because the inside we're not going to touch anymore. We're going to be focusing on the outside of the windshield. Alright, so the reason why we do the outside first is because it'll give you a better idea how dirty the inside is. So you can see here, the inside is extremely dirty. There's markings everywhere. The outside is perfectly clean. We got a ring right there from where there was a GPS on the windshield. So now we know exactly where to hit. It'll be a lot easier for us to clean the inside. Just a quick tip for cleaning the inside of the windshield. To do the driver's side portion of the glass might be a little bit easier coming from the passenger side, flipping your hand upside down to push all the way down where the windshield meets the cowl. If you come from the driver's side, you might have a little bit of trouble with the steering wheel and the instrument cluster or gauge cluster being in the way. Now that the inside and outside glass is clean, we're gonna spray down the outside portion of the windshield once again with glass cleaner, and we're gonna just take a razor blade, taking all the contaminants that might be stuck or baked on the outside of the windshield off. Then we can wipe it all clean and then move on to the next step. We're gonna move on to the polishing stage now. Now this is what a glass polishing pad looks like. It is very, very thin. Not much padding there. Because glass is a much harder surface, you don't need as a lot of padding on there. That being said, it will transfer a lot of force onto the glass. That's why I always mention the fact if you have crack or a large chip in the windshield, it might not be the best idea to do this step. But you just put your pad on there, put your polish on, and then start polishing the windshield. Take your time when polishing. I would say split the windshield into 4 quadrants and work that way. So top left, bottom left, then move to top right, and then bottom right. Then you can wipe all of the excess polish off the glass. So we're gonna move on. Polish is done, and let's move into sealing the glass. Now we're gonna move on to sealant, and this is pretty simple. I mean, as long as your glass is clean and good to go and it's not raining outside, then you should be pretty good. We're in the garage, so we don't have to worry about that. So the way you want to do this is you want to kind of split the windshield back up into those quadrants that I said. But you want to be moving in a crosshatch pattern. The best way to envision this is putting X's into the windshield. Don't get too worried about this cross-hatching pattern. It doesn't have to be perfect. You'll see me go through, and I am pretty quick. I'm not too worried as long as I have coverage on every spot on the windshield. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. It'll work out. I've never had any issues. First coat of sealant is on there, and it has been around 15 minutes, so we're gonna add another coat, wait another 15 minutes, wipe it off, and then we can see the results. Hopefully, we get some nice beads coming off this windshield. The last application of sealant is on the windshield. While it is curing and drying for 15 minutes, I am going to change the wiper inserts because they are pretty bad and they are tearing. Well, they are torn and they're not tearing. They are already torn, so we're gonna go through, change these up really quick. All right, so we're changing these old inserts because, as you can see, they've seen better days. So, got the one changed already. It's pretty simple. I like keeping the OEM wiper blades because you can just go to the dealership and buy these inserts, and they're not expensive at all. I think it was $16 for both of them. So it's not that much at all, and it's a quick change. Just push it out. Then there's two metal rods or supports that you want to put in this one and the new one. It's in there, it's not coming out. There we go. New wiper inserts, done. The sealant has now been sitting on here for 15 minutes, so all we gotta do now is just buff it off. Might take a couple passes to get it completely off. This is why I like having the windshield sealed. As you can see, the water's beating. Once it gets to a certain size droplet, it just kind of beads right off the windshield, and nothing really sticks to it. Really good example now that we have weather that's pretty severe. It's always nice to have this done. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this video. The windshield on the Accord is all sealed. It is all good to go with new wiper inserts. If you guys have any questions at all about the process that I showed you today, or any question at all for that matter, put it down in the comments and I'll try and get back to you to the best of my ability. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys smash the subscribe button. Peace out. Stay classy, crew.